Well, it's Tuesday, and Nico and I are out, and we are learning how to go through the brittle diabetes together. Now, those of you who have regular diabetes, I didn't say the N word, but regular diabetes, meaning you take your insulin, you eat, and everything is satisfactory. Know what it's like a little bit to be a brittle diabetic when you get an illness or an infection. And I just bring it up because that's what I'm having right now. I'm having, let me see if I can get it down there. I got a blister on my knee, funny place, but it came with the swelling, and it got infected, and it's just a minor sore, but I thought I'd talk to you about infections. Keeping your body under control with insulin can only help you fight infections. Now, sometimes with me, it can take a little bit more, because sometimes during the day, my body has a little problem with infections, and my blood sugar goes up. And why does your blood sugar go up? Well, your body's under attack. And when your body's under attack, it's the wonderful fight or flight. So the fight or flight, and your body's under attack, so it has to fight. And you have to make sure that you get it in check quickly. Don't just kind of sit there and say, oh, well, if I leave it, things will only get better. Get to your doctor, get it looked at, get some antibiotics if it's need to, or, soak it if you need to, but don't just let it, oh, well, it'll get better on its own. If it's showing any signs of going red, polysporin it. Put a bandage on it. If it gets worse, see your doctor. Don't let things get out of control. Especially the brittle diabetics, because that will only enhance, and your blood sugar will get higher. Car. But don't lollygag with it. It's so easy when, people say, oh, well, it's only a little scrape. But that little scrape could mean that you could eventually lose a leg. So take care of yourself. Give yourself time, and if you've got a respiratory ailment, that can just take off like that. So can a leg infection. Now, I had, I think, a toe that got infected. And I said, oh yeah, okay. I'll go take a look at a doctor. I didn't think it was going to be much of it. Well, by morning, I had a purple leg. And, my mother said, "Oh, do you want to go to emergency?" And I said, I'll be fine. Well, trust me, I was in emergency pretty damn quick and on IV antibiotics. So, things can happen quickly. And you need to ensure that you take appropriate action. Don't worry that, your friends will think you're a wimp. Well, because you have to answer to only one person. And that person is you. Any stress that your body goes under, it releases endorphins, it releases a whole bunch of hormones, white blood cells, in order to fight that. And those cells, or hormones, or whatever, are sugar, or releases sugar, and that's your body just, you could get astronomical amounts of sugar. So, you need to take care of one and only, and that's you. I don't like to go to doctors. Well, when you were diagnosed as diabetic, that kind of went out the window. Infections are something that we all like to think, oh well, we'll keep under control. But infections can just come up on you and slam you in the side of the head, and you're gonna end up seeing a doctor. And your doctor should keep good control on your amounts of antibiotics, and just get a second opinion. Everyone seems to think, oh well, I know better than doctors. Well, sometimes I hate to say it, but you don't. And a lot of times you just need someone else to say that to you. Now, a doctor there, I don't like taking antibiotics, and I'd rather take holistic. Well, holistic, when you're fighting diabetes, people have died from infections, and we keep forgetting this. I believe it was Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets, passed away because, excuse me, just a little frog. The staph infection got the better of him. So it can happen, and it can happen very quickly. People need to work on taking care of themselves, and don't use someone else's drugs Because there are different antibiotics for different things. And, oh, my Uncle Tom had antibiotics, and I'm using those, and I'm getting worse. Come on, people. Up in Canada, we don't have to worry about the price of medication, thank goodness. Most people are able to get covered and not worry about things. But you still have to take the first step. And if there are red streaks leaving a fresh wound the next morning, go and see the doctor. Keep your cuts and abrasions covered. Keep them clean. For a fact, today I'm going to go to the doctor. Sorry, son. Car, son. But all in all, if you don't take care of things, you will go into the fight of your life. The biggest thing is if you have an infection in your leg somewhere, eventually you could end up with So, the more you let your infections take hold of you, the more you're going to have problems. So, keeping yourselves clean. Now, years ago, I used to laugh I don't need to use alcohol, and it got infected. So you have to be sure that you take care of yourself and don't let things get away. Save the antibiotics for when you need it and when your doctor seems to think. So have a good day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. And all is well in the Mike's Diabetes world. Bye now.